This is Dr. Sam Goldhaber. I'm president of NATF, and today on Clot Chronicles, I'm going to discuss new treatments to prevent and treat thrombosis in 2019. Let's start with ways to reduce the LDL cholesterol level. The LDL cholesterol is the so-called bad cholesterol. There is no longer any normal range for LDL cholesterol. The lower the number, the better. The lower the number, the fewer heart attacks and the fewer strokes. And in the olden days, an LDL cholesterol up to 120 milligrams per deciliter was considered acceptable. Then the number dropped to 100 milligrams per deciliter. And then in another trial, the new number became 70 milligrams per deciliter. And then in a trial 2 years ago, it went down to 52 milligrams per deciliter. And now in trials just completed, there is no lowest number. Numbers of LDL cholesterol in the 30s or 40s are considered best. And we can sometimes achieve these low LDL cholesterol levels with the statin drugs such as rosuvastatin or atorvastatin. Sometimes we add ezetimibe, which is also called Zetia, but sometimes we go to the PCSK9 inhibitors, which are injectable and which are used on top of the statins. And they can pretty reliably get that LDL cholesterol level down to the 30s or 40s. They're injectable medications. They used to be extremely expensive and required sometimes weeks of negotiation with insurance companies to get coverage. But very recently, the manufacturers of these new PCSK9 inhibitors have dropped the price by about 70%, so that they're now in the very affordable range as far as cardiovascular drugs go, and they should be easy to access in 2019. Now, we've paid very little attention to the triglyceride levels. Triglycerides are measured at the same time the cholesterol levels are measured, and in the past we've kind of dismissed the triglyceride levels as not being very important. But a trial called Reduce It was just published at the end of November 2018, and this showed with a particular type of fish oil called Vascepa, given 2 grams twice a day, that there was a remarkable reduction in heart attack and stroke in the patients who received the fish oil with elevated triglyceride levels compared to the placebo group. Now, it's surprising to us who have studied triglyceride levels that simply reducing the triglyceride level could have such a large magnitude of benefit. And it turns out that about 10% of the patients in Reduce It actually had normal triglyceride levels. And even those patients had about a 25% reduction in heart attack and stroke. I think in 2019, we'll also see for patients who have coronary artery disease or peripheral arterial disease, the use of very low doses of Xarelto, 2.5 milligrams twice a day, in combination with a baby aspirin tablet to prevent heart attack and stroke and problems with major adverse limb complications, such as those that might require a bypass surgery on the leg arteries, for example. So I think that 2019 is going to be a terrific year where we should go back to our doctors and ask our doctors whether we are eligible for the treatments in the COMPASS trial or the Reduce It trial, or whether we merit the addition of PCSK9 inhibitors on top of statin therapy. This is Dr. Sam Goldhaber signing off for Clot Chronicles.